Pokemon Gold is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Pokemon game among the entire series. I'm sure you already know that if you came here from watching my retrospective on the entire series. If not, you might as well just stick around and enjoy this video. Click it in the end card, you do that thing. If you don't have the patience for it, it's right there up in the eye. But one thing I did notice about these games is they seem to get very little love in the hardcore Nuzlocke community. I'm not much of a hardcore gamer myself, at least compared to them, but I've tried my hand at some very, very bad games in my time. So I thought, hey, I might as well do the same thing. And here we are with my hardcore, Nintendo-approved Pokemon Gold Nuzlocke. Well, sorta hardcore, sorta Nintendo-approved. You'll have to stick around to see all about that. But this is my first ever Nuzlocke. Never mind hardcore. So let's just jump right into it. We click new game and we're dropped pixel feet first into the vast world of Pokemon in color for the very first time. Wow, it's so pixelated. We tell our mom that we've known how to work a phone for years, if not decades, and just how the sun rises. And then we head off to get our very first Pokemon at Mr. Treepuns. And Mr. Professor Elms, that's what it was, yeah. Professor Elms, that's it. We choose Cyndaquil and name it Don't Do Drugs. Pretty self-explanatory, but it is part of a larger narrative. You want to be part of that, you need to check out the retrospective. Believe me, it's well worth your time. Well, that's enough plugging for one day. And he wants us to get an egg, as he just found out that Pokemon can do the sexy time. A stork, drops them off. There's no such thing as sexy time. Right at my mommy and daddy's house. Or daddy and daddy. Or, you get the f***ing point. We arrive at the location that Elm told us about, and a man named Mr. Pokemon, trademark, and Professor Oak say some things. I don't know, I just clicked the A button about times really fast until we got an egg and a Pokedex. Yay! And then we just head back homebound. Wait a second, I know this guy. I've seen him before. Oh yeah, he was staring inside the lab when we left. Huh, it looks like he was our rival all along. I mean, I guess he was just staring at us, choosing our starter to get the stronger one, that makes sense. Right? Nope! He stole that crocodile! Must have used the TM thief, you get it? Well, he did drop his ID for some strange reason, so we might as well report him to the police. Yeah, man, that man who stole Pokemon? Yeah, he was Thanos. Yep, that's right, guy with the Infinity Stones. Why would he resort to Pokemon? I don't know. I'll do an investigation work. That's your job. All I know is his name, that's all. We show the professor our egg, and he does the moonwalk. People always told me that I can never read. Ooh. And bam, slam, thank you, man. We can play the game now, for real. Beautiful. Hey, Mom. Yeah, the sun rises this way. I'm 10 years old now. I'm moving out. See ya. Oh, yeah, and I got this echidna. It shoots flames, baby. Time to head out now and collect shiny badges that grant us access into being inducted in the Hall of Fame. Everybody wants to be a little bit famous a little bit sometimes. Everybody wants a little bit of fame. And how exactly are we going to pull that off? Oh, easy. We're just going to burn down all the living plants in the tall, moving wooden tower. And then burn all the birdies. Very easy. Wait a second. That's not a hardcore Nuzlocke. What the f*** are those? Yeah, well, yeah, you caught me red-handed. I'm a dummy. Oops, I didn't know level cap was a thing, okay? But, at one point we do become underleveled than the trainers, I promise. But so it still works, stick with me here. But hey, I called Nintendo, and they approve, okay? Don't blame me? Here I am, talking on the phone with Nintendo right now. Moving on, beating the flying guy with the flippy hair grants us our first gym badge in the mystery egg bag. We're only holding on to this thing until it hatches. Not sure why. This is what Nintendo approved of, if you ask me. This you? Yeah, f*** you. That's all. See? Just as I thought. Well, since we're onto the gym too, maybe we should catch a Pokemon number 2. And I'm thinking that walking shrub that we've killed a lot of earlier. It's so cool to trade for a Rocky Snake. Already nicknamed and everything. Beautiful. We take our Rocky out to train and harden up. In our first battle, we almost died. Not off to the greatest start. Good thing we made it back to the Pokemon Center and... Are you kidding me? The exact step we made it to Nurse Joy's counter. We lost him. You can't do this. You can't just give up on me like that, buddy. We were there. We made it. Gonna miss you, buddy. Well, we're just gonna have to dispose of that giant dead rock snake and head over to the next gym after a shady man offers us what I can only assume are the new hip Poke drugs. Yeah, you guys eating some Slowpoke tail, huh? After a little short cave and a run-in with the Pokemon Mafia cartel of Poke drugs, we can finally battle Gym 2. Bug type, fire and bugs, they don't go so well together, so it wasn't a very pretty sight. Yeah, I'm sorry you have to say this, but I have to prove that it happened. Oh, well, look who it is! Thanos, old buddy. How's eradicating 50% of all life, how's that going for you? Oh, I see you gotten a lot stronger. Not doing drugs just made me stronger. Ah! He did. Guess he's not following the Nuzlocke rules. We've already killed these Pokemon before. Nintendo doesn't approve of that. Time to go through a spooky forest and scare this Farfetch to his owner so that we can click on a small tree and cut them down. I had to catch this weed Pokemon, but it's only for 8 gems. We can't use a weed Pokemon, you know, you can't do drugs. Next up, we catch ourselves an Abra and name it Subscribe because it's a thing you should do right now. Yeah, to either this channel or the main channel, it doesn't really matter, it's just a video, you do the thing. Oh, and it's also something I try to do my best to catch in every challenge, an Abra named Subscribe. You know, it was my first one, I just get with the point. I'm just gonna have to switch it in and out until it can learn an attacking move. Next is a very intimidating gym battle. Oh, and our egg hatches and we can finally name it. And we're gonna go with How to Basic as it throw it in the toilet and never use it again. And we finally battle Whitney. And it ain't so bad actually. She doesn't seem to think the same though, because she's sad. Yup, she won't stop crying and won't give me the badge. I think we're just gonna have to come back, you know, make a stop, pick the gym badge up later after this lady gets over it. Oh, there we go. Thanks, lady. Oh, look at that. I just having to instant transmission to the next gym. Yeah, I must have a long explanation for that, shouldn't I? Well, basically, I just ran away from a rock-shaped tree. That's about all. Time for Morty. Oh, Subscribe evolved, and his name's a little different because I forgot to save and had to redo the Whitney Onward and Over and Above and Beyond and Reach for the Stars, Buzz Lightyear. Morty's Gen 1 ghost types. Not sure why they didn't give him a Gen 2 ghost type. You know, it is f***ing Gen 2 after all. Being weak to Psychic and having bad AI, we are able to take out Morty's ghastly variations by switching between Subscribe and Don't Do Drugs until we finally wake up and kill his Gengar, the scariest thing among us. Well, only because of its moveset, let's be honest. That thing's not as scary as a Haunted. But Haunter does try to kill itself constantly, so I guess it can't really be that scary. Wait, dude, aren't you already, you know, dead? Next gym leader we have is Chuck, also known as Chuck Norris since it is a fighting type gym after all. Subscribe. Okay, I spelled his name wrong this second time, and I'm just gonna call it Subscribe from now on. I don't care what it says right there. I can't read. So since Subscribe is at a large type advantage here, we're gonna easily take out the Primate with one hit. Poliwhirl on the other hand, yeah, that survives and then ends up confusing us after hitting us with a dynamic punch. So we go into Don't Do Drugs, who immediately gets hit with Hypnosis. I guess that's better than a Surf, huh? So, we can't go for Quick Attack now that we are asleep, so I switch back to Subscribe, now that we aren't confused. And since Poliwhirl thinks that we're gonna stick in with Don't Do Drugs, it goes for Surf, which would have taken out Don't Do Drugs. And we survive and outspeed it for the next turn, getting us the next gym badge. We're not just here for the gym badge or HM Fly that Oddish can't learn, by the way, and I don't know why they say that weed can make you fly or you go so high or whatever. We also recover a potion that can restore the Ampharos at the lighthouse in order to battle the next gym leader, Roxanne. Okay, yeah, I got them mixed up. That's not Roxanne. I don't even know what the f that lady's name is. She uses steel types and they melt with jet fuel and fire. Don't Do Drugs is able to take out every Magnemite with just a few fire wheels. The real threat is Steelix. We could have had a Steelix. We could have did that. Rest easy, Rocky. Well, since it's Rock and Steel, we have to watch out for its super effective moves. Also, I told you, she's a higher level than us. It's Hardcore Nuzlocke now, baby. We're back in business. Not like we ever were, actually, but Nintendo approves of this, so still back, I guess. You can use your pitchforks and your hate comments. We survive a rock slide, and we're able to clinch the victory with a few flame wheels. Oh yeah, we also caught Mr. Krabs, the Krabby, so that we can surf. I don't think the proportions add up, you know, it doesn't seem to be quite possible to surf. Whatever works. And while we're in the adding to the team arc, I might as well catch the shiny Gyarados because 1, it's red, my favorite color. 2, it's shiny. Oh, and 3, it's actually a good Pokemon for once, and we only have 2 of those right now. We name it 1 Millie because that's how many views I got from my last Pokemon challenge, beating Pokemon with only shinies. And I know, I'm a bad person for flexing and all that, but I was pretty hyped. I was pretty stoked about that. So the only thing to do next is to beat the evil Pokemon Mafia Drug Cartel with my best friend, the Pokemon Champion. Oh my god! Lance, you know if he dies, he can't come back, right? He's probably playing by the Nuzlocke rules, Lance. Is that guy gonna be okay? Lance, I think you killed the man. So we beat the Mafia in an empty warehouse, kill hopeless Pokemon, thus freeing them from Team Rocket, and then we save the radio tower. And then they say, okay, we'll leave for good. Oh, somewhere in between there, we beat the ice gym because, you know, fire beats ice, you know, something like that. They really made the fire starter easy mode in this game, huh? So since fire is so dang good and we only have 3 serious Pokemon team members between Don't Do Drugs, Subscribe, and 1 Millie, I think we should go get our box legendary Ho-Oh. But not any Ho-Oh. How about resetting hundreds upon hundreds of times? Just so it sparkles, you know, just to be a little fancy. If this isn't commitment enough for you to hit the like button, I don't know what is. I don't know what I can do for you. I might just have to pack it up and call it a career. I nickname it Big Bird because it's more yellow than gold. I still watch Sesame Street. That's the real honest truth to it because, well, I can't read. And it's time for the final gym, the Dragon Gym after the Ice Cave. I don't know, Game Freak. You trying to make me catch the Ice type before the gym? That's not Nintendo approved. They told me, don't do it. We don't have a real answer to Dragon type, so I go in with Subscribe and use Psychic. It gets our Dragonair low enough that we can take it out with Psybeam in the next turn. Next up is Dragonair, again, okay. Alright, so I go with the same plan, but we get paralyzed after our first Psychic, so I switch into 1 Millie who thrashes it out of existence. Like real dragons. Next up is another Dragonair. Why didn't they add some dragons to Gen 2? You know, they should add more dragons. Oh yeah, they did. You know that seahorse that's supposed to be a dragon? That's actually her last Pokemon, Kingdra, who, may I add, looked much cooler in its first design. More than this. So we go into Subscribe, who just survives with 1 HP. Oh no. That was close. Luckily, it has to charge. So we can go in with another Psychic and seal the deal and collect all the badges. All the badges. Next stop is the Elite Four, the final chapter. Well, sorta. If you know Pokemon Gold, you know these things. First, we gotta beat Thanos for the one and last time. And Big Bird shows him why it's legendary and takes out most of his team. Sorry, big guy. The Avengers assembled, and they came to us to avenge Rocky. Elite Four time, which we are extremely under-leveled for, may I add, so, you know, put that back in the extreme part of the Nuzlocke, or hardcore part of the Nuzlocke, I guess. So we open up with 1 Millie so that we can bite the Psychic Birdie. It gets into risky HP territory, so I switch it out into Subscribe and hit it with a Shadow Ball. The next Birdo comes out is much stronger, and it survives 2 Shadow Balls, despite us even dropping its special defense. It ends up confusing us, so we go into Don't Do Drugs and take it out after being put into danger HP range. Next in is Slowbro, and despite the type disadvantage, I go into Big Bird and get Lucky Burns right on the first turn while it tries to curse up its stats. And keep cursing, and keep cursing, and keep cursing. Must be cursed because it gets burned and ends up dying because of the burn and never ends up attacking us. All the advantages, and you still manage to lose. Jinx goes down to 1 Sacred Fire, and the same goes for Exeggutor. Next up is Kakashi Koga in his continued love for poison types. He opens up with Ariados. Oops, I forgot to change the team formation, so 1 Millie is forced to take it out. With 4 waterfalls. Niagara Falls, baby! Fortress goes down to 1 Flame Wheel, and I go into Big Bird for Muck. When I go for Fly, it minimizes, but it doesn't really matter because we hit it every other turn anyways. Crowbat goes down to 1 Psychic as well, and his last Venomoth also goes down to 1 Psychic. You get that Pokemon from Sabrina? Yeah, I think she finally figured out that that's not a Psychic type. 2 down, 3 to go. Yes, I know it's an Elite Four. I can do math. It's the reading I can't do. But the champion, he counts as 1. And the other 2 just count as the Elite Four. Bruno is up in the 3rd time in a row. I forgot to change my team formation, so 1 Millie is up. And I just narrowly take it out with Niagara Falls. Hitmonchan goes down to 1 Fly. And Onyx goes down to one very excessive 4 times a week OP crit waterfall. So that Big Bird can fly and finish off all of Bruno's remaining Pokemon with, well, Fly. Even his Hitmonchamp. You know, you say one Pokemon's name wrong and BAM! 1,000 comments. I get it. Hitmonchamp is not a Pokemon. I get it. But it will be pretty cool. Next up is the final Elite Four member. The strongest Karen to ever live with its Dark Attitude. And not only its Dark Attitude, its Dark-type Pokemon. She starts out with Umbreon, and I remember to switch my team formation this time around, so Big Bird is first, who misses its first Fire Blast, and then finally hits after the next 2 attacks, until being confused. So, we sacrifice Mr. Krabs, because I forgot that burn damage doesn't actually take place unless the Pokemon doesn't faint. So when it gets fainted, it doesn't take burn damage. So, because of that, I sacrifice both Mr. Krabs and CND the Oddish for no reason. What kind of monster am I? Until finally going into subscribe for some really dumb reason and taking a faint attack to the face. Barely surviving, just so that I can go down to burn. And great start so far. Murkrow goes down to 2 flame wheels, and Gengar is up. And I hate to break it to you, that isn't much of a dark type, you know, it's not very dark. But it basically kills itself, so I mean, that's pretty dark actually. Next up is Houndoom, who would have been Niagara Falls if it wasn't for potions. You know, you cheater. Yeah, money is cheating. So I throw some dirt in his sides to finish it off, leaving her very last dark type Pokemon, Vileplume. Huh? I almost die thanks to Sunspore paralyzing me fully, not once, but 3 times in a row. So that's pretty dark, you know, paralyzing Pokemon. You're a pretty fucking dark monster. Leaving just the final and darkest trainer of all, Lance, the person Hyper Beamer, with his Batman cape. That guy must be stopped at all costs. First, we go into blue versus red Gyarados, and he is stronger, but mine's is red, so mine wins thanks to Recharge and Dragon Breath. Next up is Dragonite, so Subscribe is ready, and he dies. He dies right there on the spot, 1-hit KO. But since Dragonite used Hyper Beam to take us out, we get a free hit, and we go into 1 milli, and we get so lucky because we get 3 Dragon Breaths off before he actually never gets us with Thunder, he just keeps missing. Well, he just brings out another Dragonite anyways, so we're gonna have a fly fight between him and Big Bird, and show him why we're the best bird. And that's what we do, you know, we just take him out with Fly. Speaking of birds, though, Aerodactyl. Yeah, you see him? Yeah, this single Pokemon beats all of my Pokemon due to every single one of them being weak to Rock type. Yep, even Gyarados happened to be flying water. That's nice. Luckily, all of the rock slides miss, and we are able to use Niagara Falls till it's washed away out of existence. Go back to being extinct. Leaving Lance down to his last and strongest Dragonite, which is still underleveled, by the way. Don't know how he did that. That's impossible. You hacked those Pokemon, and we know it. We want a drug test. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs is up, and it is no match for the dragon. Yep, no match whatsoever. We have lost our greatest ally in battle. It's okay. We did it. The job's been done. We defeated the Mafia Cartel, Team Rocket. Rest easy, man. Till you're reborn in the next generation. Beautiful. Even 1 milli tries and fails, leaving only Big Bird, our final Pokemon, to narrowly, just ever so narrowly, defeat Dragonite and make it to the final Pokemon. Fire Flying versus Fire Flying. But guess what? I can heal, sucker. He dead. He did. And just like that, we made it into the Hall of Fame with 5 corpse husbands and 1 Big Bird, making us the most famous trainer in the land. And what do you mean there's another 8 badges? Oh, fuck. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you get yourself heard out there, you know, and drop a comment, make sure that you like, and most importantly, make sure you check out that retrospective on Pokemon Gold. Pulled my heart and soul into that. And as always, no clock tower too. If you get 300 likes on the retrospective, I'll do one of these hardcore Nuzlocks, Nintendo approved, you know, actually, with the right levels now that I know about these things. And that will be in Gen 3, so you can look forward to that. I've been R9. Hope you had yourselves a damn good time.